Do you hear that? No, nothing. Because all the adoptable dogs have gone home. Oh, do you see this? Look at this. Oh, look. Empty, empty, empty. In a loving home, in a loving home, in a loving home. We did it. I can't believe it. Let me just be very clear. You did it. I couldn't have done this without you. And I have to apologize because I even had doubts. When the shelter came to me and said, hey, we want to try to empty the shelter and we'd love to do this with you, I jumped at it. I know you all are awesome. And as we started getting into it, it started becoming overwhelming because I knew what was at stake here. We had to get all of these pets into loving homes. It's not that I didn't think we could do it. It wasn't easy. I think that's what makes it so wonderful, and that's what makes you so wonderful. When I started sitting with dogs in the shelter, it was to help those dogs. And when I started making videos, it was hopefully to share with all of you what was going on. I never, ever expected for this community to embrace me, and more importantly, the pets in this shelter, helping amplify the stories of the voiceless, of the dogs that can't tell their story. And I have chills even talking about it. And I don't even have words to say just how much I appreciate you. Like, if I could just reach right through this screen and just hug you and tell you, like, thank you. And you're good enough. And I'm grateful for you. And you don't deserve any of the hard times you've been through. I believe in you, and I believe in us and this community. So thank you for making this possible for so many pets to be in loving homes. This week was a tremendous lift. We're all exhausted emotionally, physically, and I have to thank all of the shelter staff and the volunteers that showed up every day, sometimes even every night, to help all of this be possible. Yes, we set a record, but none of that would have been possible without all of you putting your hearts in it. And the people that showed up physically, like came to the meet and greet. Even some of you signed up to be volunteers. Thank you. We sold out of our Cool Bean shirts. Thank you. Sorry if you missed getting yours. Now in this video, I have some unbelievable happy Pupdates, and I want to jump right into it. I want to start with Rippy because she was the most closed down dog of all of the dogs I sat with. Okay, now I'm going to play her video. I'm going to do that with all of the dogs, just in case you missed it because there was so much going on. We'll do a short recap, and then I will tell you the Pupdates. And for Rippy's, it was not what I expected. Okay, more on that later. First, let's go sit with her. Hi. Oh, hi. Okay. Doesn't help with you being so noisy, little one. Hi. I'm gonna go get something for this one. We gotta bring that volume level down to just even see if we can help, because coming in new to that is really stressful. So I'm gonna grab some frozen toys and treats. German Shepherds might be one of the most majestic dogs. And so I think it's hard on me, and I know a lot of you that watch, when you see a dog, a German Shepherd, in this state. And some dogs, I mean, no dog should be in a shelter, but some dogs fare better in a shelter than others. And German Shepherds don't do good in the shelter. I think just their breed type by nature is that they're such a focused, determined, driven dog that when you restrain them in an unknown environment like a shelter, it really starts to shut down their just everything. They just shut down. And I've seen, I think, more than any kind of breed, German Shepherds go kennel crazy, where they just pace in circles and they kind of lose it. Good thing about German Shepherds is they have a nose like no other. And treats will usually get you somewhere. it's so much quieter thanks to Kelly handing out all the treats right now. And so that's got to be helping a little bit too. I'm going to do another treat, and then I'm going to try to sit down. What I like about her is just how light her browns are. And it's just get that really pretty dark face, that nose. What do you think her story is? You know what, we'll get her story here in a minute. When I saw this sign that said, "Go slowly, I'm new here," I knew I had to sit down with her. Because the thing is if I can get to a dog early in their visit, hopefully a short visit at the shelter, to just help assure them it's going to be okay. Don't get me wrong, the team at the shelter does amazing at caring for these dogs. But their job is making sure that these dogs are safe and sheltered and fed, and the amount of dogs at the shelter, the staff members can't sit and take hours to comfort a dog, unfortunately. Volunteers come, they walk the dogs, that's so helpful. But when a dog is this new, they can't be on the dog walking program yet. Good. Yeah. Because she's doing so good, I'm going to try an open hand treat to see if I can just keep building a little bit of that trust. She did a full thumb sniff on that, which is great. That's what is so good about the open hand, is it just gives a lot more for them to register. Oh my goodness. And I wonder if we could get her groomed at some point too, because I can already see matting on her. Too far. I did too far. That was too far. Oh, she might though. Let's see. Like her just taking treats. But if you'll notice, her tail is like still tucked under. Her motivation for treats is helping guide her, but her fear is still there. I think there's got to be something to her story here. Alexis.
Yes.
Do you know, do we have a microchip on her?
No microchip.
Okay. Tell me more. What do we know?
They think she's around 2.
Yeah, she does look young, especially with her bright colors, and like it still looks like she's got some strong hips, albeit she's a mess back there, like grooming wise.
She was found by a Good Samaritan on a busy main street.
Oh no.
Near a local lakeside, actually.
Oh no. That's always concerning because, traffic, right? And like dogs get hit, unfortunately, a lot, especially when they're around traffic and they panic. But thank goodness animal control picked her up, or someone brought her in, or
somebody local actually caught her and brought her in.
That's always a good thing. Like animal control is really good at getting dogs, but it always is encouraging to me when someone brings her in and she either came to them or they were able to get her and she, did attack or retreat, or so that's a good sign just in the personality of the dog, I think. It might just be her youth, but she looks relatively healthy. She looks fed, She could just be like a backyard dog. And how long has she been in here?
This is now, I believe, her 2nd day.
And we don't have a name, of course.
No name.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a German Shepherd? What was your German Shepherd's name when you were growing up?
Rippy.
Rippy, a boy.
Girl.
Rippy, a girl?
Yeah.
Is that a girl's name, or where did the name Rippy come from?
I'm not 100% sure. I was 10.
Yeah, I know, and I love my wife, and I've heard this story, but
Rippy, R-I-P-P-Y.
Rippy.
She was special.
What do you mean she was special?
She didn't really have a lot of the typical German Shepherd qualities and personality. She was pretty shy and reserved. She liked to hang out by herself a lot.
Okay. She was independent.
Yeah, I mean, she was always like great with me and my brothers. It wasn't like that she wasn't bad around kids or anything, but she'd rather just hang out in the bathroom by herself. than be out in the family room with us.
That was like her cave.
Yeah, that was, I guess it's kind of like her crate,
Yeah.
her safe spot.
Yeah.
So she'd come out and eat and hang out and be with us for a bit, but I think she also just like laying against the tub. That was kind of a cool surface.
Okay, Rippy. I had a German Shepherd when I was growing up, Missy. And Missy she was really impactful in my life because she just wandered up one day and I was like, hey, Mom, can we keep her? And I was like, well, we have to go put signs up and, you can't just keep a dog, but we'll help her. Let's help her. So we put her in the backyard, got her food, and gave her a bath. She was a mess. And then we put signs up everywhere and nothing. And I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, we're going to keep her. We were all so excited. But this was in Missouri and not Hawaii. And she was an awesome dog. At the time, I was working a lot on farms and we would go there and stay there when Mom was working and work with farm families. And so they always had dogs. So like just to have a dog of my own. We had dogs before, but like this now was like the new family dog and she was great. And she was outside, like, this was back in the day where not all of the time would your dog be inside with you, especially if it was a big German Shepherd. Now it's a lot more common to have your dog inside with you. And when she would go inside, when I'd try to bring her inside, whoa, she would panic. She would jump all over everything. Why not? She did it outside. She'd jump up on the picnic table. So she'd jump up on our table, on our couches, jump from couch to table to countertop. It was a disaster. So she lived outside. And in the cold months, it can get really cold in Missouri. We would like double insulate the doghouse that we built for her. And she was amazing. But when we go to school, she'd be so bored and she would get in trouble. And what I remember about her and about German Shepherds in particular is how strong they are. If there was a rabbit on the other side of the fence, she would just tear through that fence like it was paper mache. A chain link fence, no problem. Right through it. Or right over it. Whatever. It didn't, like, she was just staying in our yard out of courtesy because she loved us. Like, that fence was not holding her in. And I'll bet if I went back and looked at it too, it's probably only like a 4-foot fence, which you need a much higher fence for a German Shepherd. But she was pretty, looked a lot like her. So we could name her Missy. Yeah, there's one of the dogs from my childhood. She had a big impact on me. I fell in love with dogs with her for sure. So I think we could do Rippy or Missy.
Up to you.
What do you think?
Well, I think you gotta do Missy now that you just talked about her.
Well, we talked about Rippy too. I love Rippy. You didn't have me sold on her where you're like, well, she just kind of hid in the bathroom.
Yeah. Okay, so Rippy, I brought her home. I was walking down around the corner to pick up my younger brother at his friend's house.
Okay.
Their dog got pregnant. And this was the last puppy that they were trying to get rid of. And the mom said, go ask your dad if you can have this puppy. You can have him for free.
Oh, no.
So I carried this German Shepherd dog home.
Oh, my God.
I was like, Dad, can we keep her? She's free.
What a good deal.
And my dad was just like...
But how do you say no to cute little Kelly?
Yeah. So that's how
you ended up with Rippy.
That's how we ended up with Rippy.
Well, good. Who knows where else she would have ended up otherwise.
Yeah, so it was a for the moment thing. It wasn't planned out. And we already had like some labs and golden retriever.
Okay, what do you think? You think she's a Rippy or a Missy? You want to save Rippy or you think she's a Rippy?
Rippy.
Okay, I like it. Rippy. It is pretty cute and it's unique. Yeah, wait, but you don't know how you guys came up with that name? I don't think I've ever heard Rippy before.
I think my great uncle is from somewhere in Wisconsin that starts with Rip something.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's derived from that.
Okay.
Or if, it was just something that me and my brothers came up with at a young age.
Okay, I like it. I do like Rippy because of the uniqueness, and I think we'll save Missy for another dog. But I think Rippy's cute. It's very like California dog too, and she is at a California shelter. Eating some more treats? I kind of took a break from giving you treats, huh? Look at those little ears perk up. Okay, well the good news is I think we can move into some positive affirmations to see if what happens. Because I feel like, it's been 2 days, right? So we don't know if her family will come find her. What I've noticed is the longer a dog is here, the less likely their family is going to come reclaim them. And I don't know, if that's because they were never coming in the first place, or they looked everywhere at all their local shelters, but somehow she's actually from Northern California and she got moved down here, hitchhiked with someone, I don't know. German Shepherds can travel great distances, so maybe someone didn't think to look farther than their hometown shelter. And without a microchip, there's just no way to know. And so she's on day 2. The shelter holds a dog for unknown owners. On the 5th day, they're available for adoption. That changes depending on the shelter or rescue that you're at, but that's how it works here. And it's fairly common. Some shelters do 2 or 3 days. Some do 4 or 5. Some do longer. And if it's owner known, even here they do. The dog's not available for adoption until the 10th day. Do you have something to tell me?
Yes.
Hold on. You marched over here like you had the answer to something.
Are we going with Rippy?
Yeah, we're going. Oh, we've already gone to Rippy.
Okay, well, I just went to give more dogs some bones,
Okay.
so I didn't know what happened.
Okay.
I texted my dad.
Oh, okay.
And my great uncle Spud, who's now like 98,
Yeah.
but then happened to be visiting. And he lives in Ripon,
Oh, okay.
Wisconsin.
Oh,
So,
where my Wisconsin people at?
so we named her Rippy after the place he lived.
That's really cool. Well, see now it makes more sense. Rippy, I want to tell you something. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, Rippy. You're a good girl. Hi, Rippy, you are a good girl. Nothing. You see that? No response. Well, doesn't matter, because I got to tell you something, Rippy. You're a good dog. And whatever you've been through, the last couple days, this roaming around and being found and being brave enough to go up to somebody to get help or let them help you, that tells me so much about you. And all of these hard times, they're not your fault. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. Even if you chewed up a shoe and someone yelled at you to go away, it's not your fault. That shoe was probably asking for it. And if you're open to it, I'd like to give you some pets, because you're good enough, you're strong enough, you're a beautiful German Shepherd. And let me tell you something, soon you're going to be chasing toys around and you're going to be getting all the stuffing out of there. And those squeakers are going to see their last days, because you're going to have fun playing with your new family, getting all the treats that you want. And we're going to get you a bath so you feel better about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to give you a little love. I'm going to touch your paw here as I give you the next treat. Okay, that's good right there. Look at you, not a flinch even. I think you might enjoy some affection here. Let's try it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the over-under here. I'm going to do a treat, and I'm just going to give it a little head rub. Okay, that's all right. We'll just try a little bit. Here, you can get the treat still. There you go. There you go. I think that a dog like this would probably take, a few weeks to adjust, not too long. Some dogs take months at a time, or months of time to rehabilitate mentally, physically. And I think that's okay, right? I think when they've been through something like this and they're going into a new place with strangers, to allow them the time to rehabilitate, I think it's deserving. We're trying to give her some love and comfort. She's really shy. But we named her Rippy.
Hi, Rippy.
I just told her she was a good girl, and I don't know if anyone's ever told her, because she didn't really know, she didn't react. But could you give her a little positive reinforcement too?
Hi, babes. Can you come see me?
She won't come up there. She's glued to the wall. But maybe if you tell her she's a good girl.
Good girl? Are you a good girl?
You are a good girl.
How about
huh?
Spanish?
Maybe. I don't know any
Bien
Spanish.
chica. Hola, bien chica. Would that be right?
Oh, she looked at you. Try it again.
Hi, bien chica. Ah.
I think she may know. She may speak Spanish. Okay, try it again.
Bien chica. Una bien chica.
She's reacting more to that for sure.
Hi, girl. Hola. Hola, little chica. Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, she may speak Spanish.
You're just a sweetie pie.
Yeah, she's a really good girl. That's cute. Well, thank you so much for showing her some love. You might have unlocked a key there. But she reacted to that for sure. I don't know.
You think just in the high pitch.
It could be. But if you speak Spanish, come down here and see her and see what you think. Even if you can't adopt, if you can just come say hello, the more human interaction she gets, the better chance she has of just loving humans, you know? I will tell you this, English or Spanish, like the good news is dogs know intent and tone. Just her getting to hear that, it goes such a long way, you know? There you go. And be good. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, Rippy. Rippy, you're a good girl. Yeah. That's a good girl. Yeah. That's a good girl, Rippy. She's in pretty bad shape, like just with the hair and stuff. And she's skinnier than I thought when I touch her hips. I want to try to get her out of this corner. So I'm going to try something really high value. Here you go. Here you go. Here. Just trying to create some movement. So when I went a little lower, she's more likely to take it. It's just, if you come in too high, it just creates too much fear, you know? That's a good girl. Here you go. Do we have any more jerky? That's good. Let me see if she even likes these. We're going from my treats that I make to these, so she may not. Okay, yep. She's fine with it. My treats are still better. They are, because these are like formed, and I actually slow bake and air dry mine, and it's the real stuff. Like, you could eat it. These are like plastic. Just the fact she's getting treats, though, is what really matters. Makes me so happy to just see her enough out of a fear state to just be eating treats. You're a good girl, Rippy. The thing is, Rippy, like, I love you. Everyone watching right now loves you. And we're going to find you a good home. And we're going to get you into a bath and get you warmed up and get you groomed. We can have Mel or Trent groom you. And they really are going to take care of you. Yeah, watch a good girl. Do any of you speak Spanish?
We do.
Yes.
I think she might speak Spanish.
Oh, le hablaban en español. ¿Qué pasó, mamosito? Hola, mi amor. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Okay, watch. Good girl. Good girl. Like nothing. Okay, now.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hola, amorcito. ¿Qué pasó?
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for helping me crack that code. I know. I need to do it for the dogs now. Like, yeah. That's so awesome. Yeah, she's like, this guy, there's this big guy in my crate.
Why is he here?
I don't understand anything he's saying. That makes me really happy because she got a moment of getting to feel like a dog and understanding something for a moment. It takes time, and she deserves time. Okay, I was really excited when I heard Mel was there and she could groom Rippy. So Mel definitely went in, got down to Rippy's level, and really tried to show her some affection and some love before she put the lead around her, and then watch what happens. Rippy isn't okay with it. And Mel decides, understandably so, that Rippy is not ready for a groom. And that's okay. We're gonna go at her pace, at her speed, and let her decide when she's ready.
She needs a little more time, maybe. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's different if they'll get up and let you bathe them, but these last couple dogs have been so shut down. Between the black one and this one.
Now, I know I promised you happy adoption stories, but with Rippy, it was the last day. Yeah, it was the last day of Empty the Shelters. And let me just tell you, like, every time I'd go up to the kennel, I'd have to almost reintroduce myself and go in the kennel with her and get her to open up again. And she wasn't coming up to the front to meet anybody. Even people that had seen the videos are like, oh man, I don't know, she might be a lot more shut down than we thought. I even thought, what if we have to bring her to the farm? My farm, Flip's farm, which is my rehabilitation farm, in case you haven't heard about it yet, where I'm taking dogs and we're rehabilitating them. And we're growing coffee. Well timed. Good. I didn't even plan that. But we're growing coffee and we're making the coffee. You can purchase the coffee to help the dogs that we are rehabilitating. I'll put a link right here in the video. But that's not just physical rehabilitation, that's mental rehabilitation too. That costs money and takes time. And so I was like, man, Bean, our current dog, he's very close to adoption. And so I thought, what if we got him into his new family and then we took Rippy? I'll do it if I have to do it. And then these folks walked in that were just so sweet and so kind. And they said, we love her and we want to meet her. And they met her and they came out and they were so excited. And I just said, okay, but just know that it's going to take time. And I said, what do you think it is about Rippy that you really love? And they said, you know, it's that she needs patience and we have that to give. We're ministers. Not that you have to be a minister to give patience, it's just, you could just tell these are good, wholesome folks. And so they adopted Rippy, which is, I'm so happy. And I said, at the beginning of the video, I said, it's not what I expected, because I thought as soon as the video launched, someone would come and scoop her up, and it was taking time, and I was getting nervous. They had to put me on a no coffee restriction, because I was like, whoa, I do need to put the coffee aside. These Pupdates make me so excited. Rose and Clement, they were so kind. They understood they needed patience. And I had the opportunity to take Rippy and walk her out of the shelter. And this doesn't always happen. And you know, she was so brave. And you may look at a dog like that and go, that doesn't look like a brave dog for me. But every step forward that she's taking just shows her bravery, especially with, you remember how shut down she was. And look at her at home now, just hanging out with Rose and Clement. She's still shy, and that's okay. It can take weeks, sometimes months, for a dog like Rippy to come out of her shell. We don't know what she's been through. We don't even know if she knows English, so she might be relearning all of these commands. But I couldn't be happier. Couldn't have turned out to be a better situation, and you can tell they love her so much. After the adoption, I was just so excited. Like, the emotions were just flowing, and the joy and the happiness, and Alexis filmed a quick bit of how I was feeling in the moment. The emotions when a dog like Rippy goes home is just like, I've got the chills, and it's 100 degrees outside. I just couldn't be happier, and especially because of all the dogs, I was thinking, like, she's the one that I'm really worried about getting adopted and going home during this event where we're trying to get 150 pets adopted. But we did it, and with a perfect family. I'm like so worked up and happy and exhausted and grateful all at the same time. And it's a weird feeling. I miss her. Like, I miss her. I'm glad she's out of here. I definitely miss her. Okay, I'm reading the notes right here, and it says that Rippy is now named Lady. What a great fitting name. Rose says she's come a long way. At first, she wouldn't go upstairs. She wouldn't move. But as soon as they got a leash and a collar on her, she is now ready to go. And during the day, Lady likes to lounge in her bed with her new parents, and at night, she sleeps right at the foot of their bed. She's found a way to tell her new parents that she wants more neck rubs and more head rubs. That's great. And they just said Lady overall is a beautiful dog, and they're aware it's gonna take time because she definitely has some trauma. Although she's in her adjustment period right now, they're seeing past that to help Lady blossom into the dog she was meant to be. Thank you. If you saw this original video of Sissy, you'll know that she is deaf and blind. And we found some things out later after the filming of this video that her conditions were really bad. She got returned to the owner with very strict education and requirements, and that owner did not keep up with that. She was living out in the dirt with other dogs, and it was just no life for a blind and deaf dog. Like, what she had to go through, she was being used for breeding. It was really bad. And so just know that going into this video. But what happens after the video that I'm gonna share with you and her pup date, is really heartwarming. So guys, I think there is something with her we were going to explore together because her behavior is very odd, and I think I know what's going on here. A couple of things that are actually going on. You might be able to tell if you're a dog owner or had any experience with dogs. You can probably see right off the bat what's going on. I don't think I need my lead. I forgot to bring my lead in here, which is kind of the leash I usually carry. I have treats in my pocket, which I think are going to be really helpful. Look, yep, as I suspected. So I think she's blind, guys. I'm okay. Yeah, you found me. So with her, I'm pretty sure she's blind, and there's something else that I think is going on here. I think she's deaf too. She found my treats, which would make sense, right? Because her sniffer is so on point. It's the only thing she's got. Hi. So we're gonna use a lot of touch. Okay. Hi. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. She found me. It's pretty cute, isn't it? Oh yeah, she is blind as a bat. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow, that was a fast scoop. Let's see if we can just keep it here for a minute. Oh, that's pretty heartwarming. Who knows how long it's been since she's had this sort of moment. Hi. I think there's going to be a lot to her story here. We're going to find out. Hi. Okay. I'm going to get her calm, and then we're going to test and see if she can hear. Okay, hi. Tail wag makes me happy. If she can't hear or see, licking is imperative because taste is now the second strongest sense. Well, maybe not the second strongest, but she's got smell and she's got touch and taste. Okay, let's see. Can you smell this? She smells the treat. She just can't see it. Come here. Can you find it? There we go. She really calmed down with treats, which is pretty cute. What? Yeah. Because I have a blind dog, I'm uniquely suited here to help her. We can't help her. A dog like this, in a shelter environment won't fare well at all because come here mama, come here. Because it's hard enough to get dogs adopted, let alone when they are blind and deaf. Now I'm going to do some testing. Let's see if I can get her over here. Come here. What am I doing? I don't have a deaf dog, so it's a little bit harder. And blind and deaf is really hard. You really got to think through it. But with our blind dog, what really helps are nose boops, because you basically, that's your way of saying hello, I'm here, nose boop, and then allows them to smell. And in this case, she can look, watch. Okay, nose boop, boop. She knows it's kind of like the hello, I'm here on button, and then followed by an action. And this is not like blind dog known facts. This is just what we've seen with working with blind dogs and having a blind dog. And it works really nice. Unless they're like big grabber biters, then they'll go for your hand. I don't know her story in the past, but she's really sweet. Now I want to show you how I know she's deaf, or I think she's deaf. Watch. Any normal dog would look at that, and she doesn't know where my voice is at. She only knows where to smell me. I'm over here. She smells. See how she's smelling me? And when I'm talking, she's not listening, she's sniffing. Like, okay, that's okay. All right, the scoop. There we go. You need the scoop more than any dog I've probably met in a long time. This is really important for a dog like this because, you know, in an environment like a shelter where they don't know where they're at or what's going on, having an embrace like this so they get a moment of just safety and comfort is really relaxing for them and therapeutic. Why does she have such a nice collar? This is a brand new collar. We're gonna have to get her story. I think a lot's gonna come together in her story, because a lot of times when I'm sitting with dogs, it's dogs that are shut down or scared or feel fearful, and she is surprisingly doing really well. Think about not having your eyesight and having earmuffs on in a place that is unknown, where you don't know where you're at. You're at camp. Your parents took you to camp, dropped you off. You have a blindfold on, and she's using the shelter kennel bars as kind of a sonar to know where she's at. Here, let's do pieces. What is your story? It's interesting because she's dirty. It looks like she's had puppies for sure, but not recently, but at some point in her life. Okay, so Alexis.
Yep.
I am really interested to find out more about this dog. Tell me we've got something on this one in shelter notes.
We do.
What you guys can't see is Alexis went, like there's, oh, sorry. There's a lot to this story. So, okay, talk to me.
Well, I'll start with the basics. She is around 3 years old.
Okay, 3.
Her name is Sister.
Sister, what an interesting, I don't know have you ever heard of a dog named Sister?
I've heard of, like, Papa and stuff, but not Sister.
Will we call her Sissy, maybe?
Sis?
I mean, it doesn't really matter what her name is, you know. I mean, it does matter. That's inaccurate. It really matters what her name is. But like, as far as keeping it the same so she can hear you calling her, that's not going to matter. But so much is in a name. Like, I believe names are so important, especially when you're giving them to dogs.
So her story starts about a month ago.
Oh, okay. We've got some history.
She was found running at large by animal control, so running stray. They brought her in. She does have an owner. They did return her to her owner last month.
Okay.
And
then
she went to go get fixed.
Okay, so she needed a spay?
She has the collar, and she is spayed
now. Oh, okay, so she went through that whole process of getting spayed. They probably gave her a collar there.
Yes.
Okay. But they don't give collars in the spay.
Well, so some staff say that she was adopted.
Between that time?
Yes, and others are saying that she was returned to her previous owner. So that might explain why she has a collar, like she's a new...
So someone got her,
yes,
maybe from that other owner, like adopted her from that other owner, but then she came back.
Yeah, we don't know for sure. Then she was found running around again.
Okay.
Brought back.
So she was just out running around?
Yes.
That's so frustrating because dogs know, like the highway, right? It's scary. It looks scary. It sounds scary. That doesn't stop every dog, but a lot of them will just stay away from the sheer noise and look of it. So if you're blind and deaf and you don't know that, you could just wander into traffic. Like 1 minute you're just wandering along, next minute there's a semi truck right on top of you. You know, like that's so frustrating. Okay. Okay. Tell me more.
Well, when she came in, they did say she has a dirty coat, fleas, and scratches on her face.
I'm sorry, baby. Yeah, who knows what got her while she was out there, and she just wouldn't even know.
And they're saying for her eyes, of course, visually impaired, but that they're underdeveloped.
So probably born this way.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and of course they noted, deaf, no reaction on noise stimulants at all. There's some people or some staff, who are saying she was adopted and then returned.
Okay.
And then there's other staff saying that she went to go get fixed to get returned to her owner, and the owner never showed.
So is she officially available for adoption now?
Not yet. She has to still be here for a few more days.
But guys, the owner knows she's here. It's the second time she's here. Like, I'm a big advocate. Okay, tell me about it. Talk to me. Talk to me about it. Come here. I'm right over here. Hi. My treats are wearing down. She's she's probably full by this point. Sister, Sissy. I like Sissy. She's gonna need a home. Maybe her owner comes back in the next 2 to 3 days or something's worked out, but if the owner knows she's here the second time around and she's not coming up now to get her, it tells me that she's gonna need a home and she's gonna need someone that can adopt her. So did she come in with any other dogs, or like she have siblings? Because a lot of times blind deaf dogs just do better with other dogs. So they have kind of a guide dog.
Yeah, so she did have brothers and sisters at the previous home, and most of them, or if not all of them, are here now.
Sometimes you see this too with like situations where someone just gets overwhelmed. They have too many dogs and then they all end up at the shelter. And you never know someone's situation. Like, I don't know the full situation. Animal control often investigates and they know the situation. They try to empathize and help. I don't know what's going on in this situation. It looks like she's been through it and she's gonna do better in a home with a family that loves her. She would probably do really great with other pets because they could be kind of a guide. But also just being here with her, spending time with her. Hi. Does that feel good? Oh yeah, I feel good. Does it feel good? Oh, that's a good girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. Hi, that's a good girl. Yeah, hi. Yeah. You need the scoop, don't you? Hi. Hi. I just want to scoop her up and take her home, and like, if you can adopt a dog like this that is blind and deaf, and I know it's not easy, but if you can, you will learn with them like the best ways to guide them and show them how they are loved and a part of your family. I know a lot of times I'll sit with dogs that are scared or shut down, and we help them, and you get to see that in that video, in that short 30 to 45 minutes, them just kind of transform. With a dog like this, I love it because she's not scared, and even with everything working against her, she's so loving and kind. And just know, like, I've been getting a lot of messages of people saying, like, emailing me, asking me, how do you do what you do? And I just want you to know that you can do what I'm doing. You know, for every dog that I sit with and I help transform, there are hundreds that I pass by, and not even because they're in a bad situation. You know, they may be too aggressive to sit with, but often they're just happy and they're loving, and I wouldn't be able to go in and sit down with them because they're so bouncy and joyful and loving and kind. You can go to a shelter and love on a dog just like this and help them. So go do it. You don't have to have years of experience to just go help and volunteer at the shelter. The best way to get started is just to start. Appreciate you guys. Couldn't do it without you. Let's find Sissy a home. So what happened to Sister? Well, she didn't get adopted, and we were actually pretty worried at first. We didn't know what to do because a blind and a deaf dog is no easy ask for an adopter. But then a rescue stepped up to the plate. Now, Animal Friends of the Valleys, where I met Sister, is a shelter, and they're open admission. They take in a lot of pets. Where rescues are really fantastic is they can come in and sometimes they can get a dog like this that's in a special situation, a greater need. They can fundraise for that dog. They can get them into a foster home. But it takes a special rescue, a rescue that is just has a lot of heart and a lot of soul and has a really awesome community. And for Sister, that was Love Bug's rescue. They've helped before and they're just phenomenal. This is her getting to play with some of her foster siblings. That little halo around her is just that. It's a halo. It helps blind dogs. It's kind of like a bumper for blind dogs. So if they're gonna run into something, they hit the bumper before their head, which is important when a blind dog's in a new space. She lived in a dirt backyard before, and now she's getting to navigate new spaces, and so that bumper really helps her out. But also look at her, she's navigating around. She even got herself a little photo shoot. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at that, taking a nap. Her her first comfy bed. Now, Lovebug's Rescue, Kelly, is the one that picked her up. And so Sissy had Kelly and her new foster parent looking after her. They said this: she plays with toys, loves dogs, cuddles, and to give kisses. She's absolutely amazing. Does not surprise me. Now, here's what they found about her when training her: that gentle touches around her shoulder area and toward her neck worked really well for her. And a gentle massage in the same area really helped build that trust quite quickly with her. Now, after a month of these amazing foster parents and Lovebug rescues, I have some good news. She finally found her forever home. New Mexico residents Christopher and Serena stepped up to the plate. They met halfway and Kelly said this: "It was love at first touch," because sister's blind and deaf. They've since made it home and they're doing great, and they carried her across a very hot pavement ground so they wouldn't burn her feet because it was 104 degrees out. It was incredible to see this happen. That's really neat. Like in the first meet and greet, they just knew instinctively, pick her up, the ground is hot. They're gonna be great parents for Sissy. She's now living a very happy life. Lovebug's Rescue said sister is finally gonna be living the life that she always deserved. And I agree, this wasn't just luck. Lovebug's Rescue stepped in, the adopters stepped up to the plate. It wasn't chance, it was hard work and teamwork. Speaking of chance, oh, I haven't even updated you. Wesley has a new name. Do you remember Wesley? Let's play his video and then I'll give you his Pupdate.
Hi, I just moved this. I don't think you're interested in playing with toys right now anyway. I'm just gonna set this down by you. Hi, can I sit down? Well, I'm not gonna sit down. I'm just gonna kind of hang out with you. How's this right here? Too close? Too close? Okay. Okay. I'm over here. Not even here, little nugget. This one's gonna be tough because there are kind of two stages that I've seen with dogs. There are multiple, but two main ones where they're shut down and they're just terrified. And then there's some that are anxious. And this one seems to be both. There seems to be anxiety and being terrified and shut down. You can see it with the eyes darting quickly in different directions. And a lot of it's breed specific, like whatever breed this dog is, there's definitely a herding dog in there. This is just harder to build trust sometimes with anxiety. But remember, there are no goals here, right? Like if I were to come into the kennel and look at this dog and go, oh man, we're probably not going to get very far with this dog, then we certainly would not get very far with this dog. Which would be, is going to be my guess. But it's not about how far we get. Are we able to do the scoop where I pick up a dog and put him in my lap? Okay, I'm going to try some treats. I don't know if this will work. I guess I say that a lot, and I'm probably 50-50 on whether it actually works or not. Okay, I'm gonna completely look away here. No, not even I don't even think there was a glance. Try again. Got a little closer that time. Oh. Did he take it? No. I'm going to try to sit down. Oh, I think. Okay. I'm going to just go real slow. Go real slow. It's okay. It's okay. Just to get a little closer. I don't think you can melt away anymore, little one. Unfortunately, I think you're as melted as you can be. And I know this is probably a little uncomfortable, but we're going to see if we can't let you know that it's going to be okay. It wouldn't surprise me if this one's been here for like 5 days already, but I think he probably just came in. He's gone through health check most likely because he's got that blue collar on, but I would imagine he's brand new. Because one of the ways I can always tell that a dog is brand new 9 times out of 10 is how exhausted they look. Like he isn't letting himself go to sleep because he's in that fear state, and he's scared if he goes to sleep, something will happen to him. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know what's going on at the shelter. But he's having a bad day. But you can feel it too. You can feel just how hard it is for him. If you can create some movement, it can go a long way. And For dogs, that's true too. But the other ability they have is with their nose. If you can create smelling and getting their nose working, it can really open them up and just help de-stress them. So something like this could help if he'll allow himself to just explore the treat. And he is not. Oh. Okay, it is. Seems so small. That little nose boop, little nose checkout seems like such a small deal, but it's a big deal. Because now that's registering in his brain. And watch, he'll come back to it. I guarantee you he will come back to it. I just have to have the patience and sit here. Let's see if we can get him loosened up just a little bit, and then we'll find out his story. I can't solve every dog's problem here at the shelter, unfortunately. But I can be here for this puppy right now, in this moment, and probably their darkest moment. And you can be that for someone too. In summary, what I'm saying is, like, I think if you allow yourself to not solve the problem, but just give your love in the moment needed, that you can do so much more. And that allows you to be able to go into a situation like this, knowing you're not going to solve all the problems, but you do have an immense amount of love to give, and you can be such an impact in that moment. Let's try a hand treat. I don't think this will work, but let's try. Okay. We're uncomfortable with that. I'm going to scoot back a little bit, try to get a little bit closer. We might need to change the dynamic just a little bit. Hi. Let's get your story before I start putting too much pressure on you. I just want to make sure there's no notes about reactivity or anything like that. I'm reading all the signs. I can't tell if that's a little microaggression there or if you're sniffing. I think you're sniffing. Okay, yeah, you're sniffing. I couldn't tell if his little lip was coming up on the side, which is what you want to be real careful with, or if his nose is working, but I think it's his nose. We're still going to take it slow. Alexis, did you find out? Right? Oh, yeah. Yes. Never mind. I can tell you that. got a good glimpse. He hadn't been neutered yet. Okay. Microchip?
No microchip.
Okay. What do you know? What's his story?
So he is about a year and a half old.
A year and a half? So young still. Young.
Yeah, pretty young. No name that we know of.
Okay.
And he was left in knife drop, marked as a stray. The finder did leave their information behind.
Okay. I wonder how they got him. Did they leave any notes on where they found him or how they were able to wrangle him?
So I was actually looking up the area around where he was found.
Yeah.
The cross streets, and he was found in a pretty populated area, near Popeyes, Walmart, Taco Bell. He was just in the middle of all of these places. So it's kind of a random place for a dog to be.
Yeah, especially such a pretty dog. A collar?
No collar.
No collar, no tag. I want to show you guys some things too that we kind of just observe. His nails need trimming. They haven't been trimmed. That nail that you see right there, that's broken, not trimmed. So he hasn't had any nail trimming recently, and you can see he hasn't really been brushed or cleaned or groomed. He's pretty dirty, and you can see kind of in this area, it's got matting. It's okay. Hi. Getting the side eye over here. So, he's likely gone a while not being cared for. He's not too skinny or anything. It doesn't look like he's been going without food, but sometimes a dog with fur like that can hide their weight. But when he went through health check and they didn't note anything, right?
The only thing they noted on him was that, like you said, very dirty coat, and they recommended bath, and we'll add to groomer folder.
He's got to just be stuck in this corner if we don't do something. Oh, how long has he been here?
This is only, I think, his second or third day here.
Okay, so he's new. Yeah, he's new. I thought he was new just with the way he was not, he just looks so tired.
And no name, unfortunately, so we'll have to give him one.
It's hard, too, with a name because we don't know anything about his personality. We don't have anything about where he was found outside of maybe Popeyes. I do love me some Popeyes, by the way. Some kind of spicy chicken. I don't think we can call you spicy. He's so pretty though. He's a pretty dog with a little bit of confidence. Like you would really just see how pretty this guy is. Let's try some touch. Oh yeah, he's just doesn't want anything to touch him. Hi. So we're gonna see if we can break the state a little bit without putting too much pressure on him. Put a little touch right there. Try to come behind him. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes dogs in this situation, and we don't know the level of affection they've had. And some dogs are just yearning for affection. Like they just need it and want that love. And sometimes it's breed specific. Herding dogs are very intelligent and not often the most cuddly dogs. It's not that a lot aren't, but they're very independent. And so his independence level is high. His need for affection is low. What he doesn't realize is just how good it would feel to get a little bit of love. And so, while I'm not going to pick him up and hug him, although I want to, just giving a little bit of touch and just getting him accustomed to that, knowing that it's going to be okay. Even getting into a scratch where, oh man, that's got to feel good, especially on that coat where he hasn't ever had that before. And I'll just watch him really closely, make sure there's no signs of him saying, I'm not comfortable with this, with any sort of lip curling or growling. And none of that's happening. So he's likely just processing this as, oh, I don't mind that. That bum rub feels pretty good. He's got some time to decompress. But if we can get him to a state where he's a bit more friendly, he's not as shut down, then he's just more likely to be a candidate for the dog walking program. And then he gets to move and he gets to just be out of his kennel, go on walks. It's all volunteer based. So if you can go volunteer as a dog walker, do it. It is life-saving. I can't take him for a walk right now, but sometimes even just creating movement within the kennel can go a long way. So I'm going to try that, and I'm going to leash him up and we're going to walk around the kennel. I'll say, there we go. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Yes, a good boy. Okay, we're just going to go real loose. Like if he slips out of it, that's okay. He's in the kennel, so come on. Come on. Let's go. Hip, hip, hip. Come on. Come on. Don't be weird. Get out of there. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Stop. Okay. Okay. Oh, so come here. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Just keep it loose so if he wants to slip it off his hand. Yeah, he's in complete shutdown mode. Okay, it's okay. Okay, we're gonna go back now. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So obviously he's telling me he's not comfortable with that. And the licking and things he's doing right now is more of a submissive thing.
He's wagging his tail a little, like I think this is part of the submissive thing you said.
Oh, yeah.
He wagged his tail a little bit at you.
Yeah, so it's like I'd like to celebrate in that moment being like friendly and good, but that's more of like a submissive, like don't do anything to me. Look, I'm friendly. So he doesn't want to move, but at least it got us out of that corner a little bit so that I can show him a little love. Hi. Let's give him some positive affirmations. Let's ride this wave a little bit.
Should we give him a name first?
Yeah, do you have an idea?
I think so.
Okay.
So, I said yes, there were, fast food places and stuff around.
Yeah.
But there's also meadows, like fields around.
Okay.
And the name Wesley means western field or meadow.
I like that, Wesley.
Wesley.
Yeah, Wesley, hi. Okay, let's go in. Wesley, you're a good dog. You're a good dog. Hi, you're a good dog. Oh, that hit, didn't it? You're a good dog. Wesley, I'm sorry, buddy. I know this is stressful, and whatever led you to this, whoever hasn't given you the care and love that you deserve, whatever you've been through, you don't deserve it. I want you to know that right now. You are amazing, and you are loved. I love you. Everybody here loves you. Alexis loves you. My wife, Kelly, definitely loves you. All I got to do is tell her about you. I'm going to show her some pictures, and you're a good dog. And just even this right here shows how brave you are, and how kind you are, and how you're living in the moment. Here, let's go down here. Does that feel good? Yeah. You are a good dog, and you don't deserve anything you've been through. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy, Wesley. Oh, that feels good, huh? Where you a little pressure on there. Yeah, so you feel it all the way down. Look at that. I mean, that is straight up in the air enjoyment right there. It's like as soon as I told him it's a good boy, you see it unlock? It just unlocked. The thing about good boys, it's like such a universal term, like telling a dog they're a good boy or a good girl. Like certainly they've heard that when they're a puppy, and that just resonates and it comes back. And like he know, look at him. Okay, come here. Let's get you over here. Come here. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You want kisses? Okay. All right. Now that's good. Now we've shifted out of that submissive state. Well, that goes right back in there. He might have some issues going on down there. We have to fix up. Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh, your sniffer's working? Hi. He's a good boy. Yeah. He doesn't even know what to do with it. It's like, yes, a good boy. There's a good boy. Here, come here. Don't go back in there. Come here. Okay. Come here. There's a good boy. That's a good boy. Okay. We're going to do a really awkward scoop here. You're like an awkward teenager. There you go. Yeah. Did not think that was going to happen. We're going to get over here so you can go back to that corner. There we go, Wesley. Oh, Wesley, you're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good herding dog. I bet you were out there herding yourself, making sure everything was okay. Yeah. Now seeing this behavior, it wouldn't surprise me that the person that brought him in, that he maybe ran right up to them and said, I need help. I mean, look at these little paws, like, oh. And this is what I'm talking about. It's this moment of living in the now, and it can transform people and pets. If you just let everything else melt away, the problems will still be there. The bills will still be there. Everything's still going to be there. But just taking a moment to love and give and be with someone can be so powerful. I mean, the impact of just telling a dog they're a good boy or a good girl is wild. Hi, good boy. Look at this, a good boy. You did a good boy. Completely different than the little dog we found in the corner. Wesley, love you, bud. Yeah. You want a treat? Look at that wagging tail. We got a wagging tail. Yes. Oh, he's going to take the treat. He's going to take it. Oh, he's so close to taking the treat. Whatever. I'll take that wagging tail. That's all I need. That is all I need. Yeah. That's a good boy. Okay, that's a good boy. I'll take a tail wag any day. Yeah. Wesley's a good dog. He's a good cattle dog, herding dog, Aussie dog, something dog. You're pretty. Look at all those spots. You're basically like a Dalmatian. Oh my gosh, look at this snowing in here. Bud, I'm going to have to go home straight to the shower. Well, how perfect is this? Trent is newer here, but he knows how to groom, so he's going to jump in and lend a hand. Now, at first, he starts out, and as we all expected, Wesley's extremely nervous.
Ready, buddy? He does not like the water. So I'm going to go fill this up with water real quick, and since he's scared of the water, I'm just going to go do something else.
As Trent mentioned, he's got a plan. He's going to the water and shampoo in a bottle so the sprayer doesn't scare Wesley. Wesley may have never even had a bath or a groom before. So understandably so, it could be very scary.
So I'm just putting some tearless soap on her face. Stuff smells great.
Trent said her instead of he, which is great because I mess that up all of the time when I'm talking about these dogs, but he's so focused on grooming, it's understandable that some of those things happen. And look how loving he is with Wesley.
Good boy. Good boy, Wesley.
I think that's one of the secrets of being a groomer. Like you have to have a real genuine love, and he's doing a great job at this.
We don't want to stress him out anymore. He's very stressed out, so we're just going to towel dry him and brush him the best we can, make him comfortable.
You know, a towel dry is a great idea so that we don't have to use the blow dryer, because that's the biggest concern right now is the fear, and it could lead to jumping around or jolting or injury. Whereas a little bit of dampness that's going to dry out pretty quick because it's warm. This is not a senior dog. We don't have joint issues or skin issues. I think it's a great idea. Good call. And look at all of that fur coming out. Wow. That's almost a whole nother dog. Oh, Trent's even getting in there and doing nail clippings. I got to be the first to admit, I'm not the best at that. Very brave. Okay, look at this side by side. How cowering and dirty and scared Wesley was, and now how brave and proud he is. He looks better, and that enables him to feel better. This is perfect and exactly what he needed. Thank you, Trent, for grooming Wesley.
When I go on interviews, sometimes people ask me how many dogs I've saved, and I just always tell them, like, 0. It's not about the account, it's about the current dog that we're working with, and also it's such teamwork. And that's what Wesley was. You should have seen Phil, the facility managers at the shelters. Amazing. Every day he'd go spend time with Wesley and just move him forward a little bit more. Glenn with Homeschool for Dogs, awesome trainer that dedicates so much of his time at the shelter, kept working with Wesley. All of us did. And then one of you just fell in love with Wesley and you started messaging me on Instagram, and I try to look at as many messages as I can, but sometimes, guys, if I don't respond, I'm so sorry. It's a lot sometimes because I'm also trying to help the dogs and work with Bean and work the farm, and it's a lot. But there was a message that I saw about Wesley, and someone wrote in and said, hey, we'll take him. We need time. We'll hire a trainer. And what stinks is at a lot of shelters, the dogs just don't have time. Even if you can commit to that, it's the space that the shelter needs for new dogs coming in. But I am just blown away that Austin and Austin's mother came from the Bay Area to come down and adopt Wesley. They said, this is it, that we want to help. And that's what I just love so much about this community. And Austin and Austin's mom, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Thank you for being such amazing dog people and believing in Wesley and doing everything you could to give him a new chance, which is his new name. I think that's great. Look at him snugging at home. Oh, and watch this.
Shh. Chance, there's nothing out there. Off. Come on. Come on. You're a good watchdog. Come on. Come here. Come here. There's nobody out there.
Barking? He barks? I never would have guessed. What a different dog. Like a little confidence, a little barking. Oh man, it's so good to see him doing so great. You know, so many of you ask me, like, how can I help? Can I send in donations? And I'm not a nonprofit. I'm trying something a little different, and it's with you. It's building this community and offering things like my dog treats, where when you buy these dog treats, all of that goes to help with funding Flips Farm. So I have worked long and hard to perfect these dog treats so that you can break off little bits for a dog in training. You can give them a whole stick before you leave for work or when you come home as a thank you for being such an amazing dog. But it's only healthy, limited ingredients. And I have spent a decade perfecting this in my bakeries, in my ovens. You got to go check them out. If you ever wanted a dog treat for your dog, this is the one that they love. I stand behind it. I guarantee it. It's me. It's not some big mega corporation. So I will link it in the video or put it on the screen right here. Or just go to rockykanaka.com/jerky and get some of the most amazing dog treats in the world for your dog, and know that you'll be helping out other dogs and a small family business.
Hi. I'm just gonna sit. I'll go behind you. How about that? She's definitely in that freeze state. If you've watched any of my videos, you've probably heard me talk about it before, but it's kind of that like flight or fight response that you hear of a lot from dogs. So when you're around a nervous dog, they'll either run away or they'll attack. You hope it's not the attack. But what you see in the shelter is freeze. And what they're hoping is if they just freeze, it's almost like an opossum would play like they're unalive, you know? They just hope that you won't see them, that you'll just go away, that they've melted into the floor. And my foot is right next to her, and it's not companionship that she wants it to be close. I think by the way, I don't know why I thought does she have a pink collar? Or this dog have a pink collar? I assumed I don't, this dog, it's just frozen. And it's really heartbreaking because I bet, watch, even if I move around, there'll just be no, like normally a dog wouldn't let you behind. Oh, she still might not. Okay, yeah. So I'm still a problem, obviously, making her nervous. So, okay, but you know what? It actually worked out. I'll just sit down now. Hi. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You can tell she just wants to dash away. She's like looking for a moment to try to escape and get away from me, but there's nowhere to go. And those are the things I try to avoid when I come into a kennel and a dog is in this state, because it leads to panic. It's why I remove the dog bowl. You know, you'll see them do crazy things because fear will do wild things to us. I've seen dogs get their paws stuck in the kennels and jump and too high and fall and break something. So this is why it's just so important to go slow. And like, as much as I just want to scoop him up or her up and hold them in my arms, trust takes time. It takes time. You know, the thing is too, I've got to trust this dog as well. Like if I go in for a scoop and there's a bite, then this dog is a bite case dog. And that never ends well for dogs. I want to sit down, but I don't want to make any movement. Like, see, any of the littlest movement, he gets those big old whale eyes. I'm going to try a treat. I highly suspect this isn't going to work, but if it does, now, almost. Oh, this is unexpected and fantastic. Hey, folks, we got something here. Okay, I'm going to do another treat and I'm going to sit down. Nope, not yet. No, I'm not. I'm going to try a couple different treats and then I'm going to try to sit down. I'm like in such an awkward sitting spot right now. Alexis, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, I want to get her story here in a minute. You're probably already looking it up, but don't tell me yet, because I don't want to just start blabbing too much yet. But is he or is this dog a he or a she?
So she is a she.
Okay. Thank you. I just needed to know that, because I kept calling her a she. I just thought she was. Her eyes are so endearing, so cartoon-like, so authentic. This is not my normal sitting with dog sitting stance, but we'll just do whatever it takes to see if we can gain some trust. And she is looking at me. There are glances of her looking at me, which is good. But it is interesting behavior, isn't it? Like normally a dog in this state would beeline it right back to the back of the kennel. And she's just kind of positioned herself, put a stake in the ground right in the middle of the floor. I mean, you saw it even when I first walked up, like that's how she looked. Treats seem to be working. My treats are working. This makes me happy. So let's keep trying that. I mean, she doesn't look skinny, maybe even a little bit, I don't want to say overweight, but hearty. And I can't tell if she's like a little shorty, because she's not standing up, but I feel like she's got little shorty legs. I don't know, what kind of dog do you think she is? I don't know. A mix of some sort. I just caught a glance from her. Oh man, I felt that one right in my soul. Some dogs just have those eyes that just get you. Let's see if she'll take a treat out of my hand. If we move to that next step, it's okay. It's okay. You see, replay that, but you see where I had all my fingers and that was too much, and when I pulled to just 2 fingers, it was acceptable. Okay, so I didn't have a treat there, but I'm letting her investigate me. If we can get that sniffer working, it just helps. It's like if you're ever tired, but you start walking and you start feeling better. That's basically, I mean, dogs walking too, but you can do the same thing with their nose. Oh, sorry about that. I had a misfire. We're going to move to a big step now, which is the open hand treat. And if she does this, it starts to build trust. I'm going to put it at the edge of my hand here. Okay, that's good. Because watch this. So then what I do, this is fun. When we go to the open hand treat, we start to move to some touch and we kind of disguise it in treating. I wish her other paw was out there, but we're going to try to touch her paw with this hand. Watch. So she jumped just slightly, ever so slightly. Anytime I move, she kind of jumps slightly. I think I'm getting a cramp in my leg right here. I hope I don't get a cramp. Oh my goodness. We cannot have Rocky dancing from a cramp in here. That will send her right back into that fear state. Oh, the things you don't think about when you decide to go sit in a kennel. Okay, let's try 2 treats in the paw. This matters because then she has to go back and I can keep my hand there while I'm touching. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I want to see if I can show you here, her looking at me, because it's really cute. I want you to see what I'm saying. Watch, she'll sneak a glance. 1 second, watch. Of course, now she's not doing it that I've got the camera right there. Dogs can feel cameras when there's pressure like this. Here it comes. There it is. You see that? Look how cutie. So cute, right? Look at that. There's hope with this one for sure. She's just scared. I'm going to try to get a little more comfortable here. Take off my lead. I use this for bigger dogs. Sometimes I forget to take it off when I'm going with the small dogs, but I also didn't know, it wasn't 100% with her. So she's opening up a little bit now. I think that the goal with her is definitely the scoop. It sure seems a long way off, but we've seen crazier things. If you watched any of my Sitting with Dogs videos, we've seen dogs in states like this be in my lap. And I don't know if we can do it. We're not going to force it, but if we can do the scoop where I can get them into my lap to just give them love and comfort, we're going to do it. No goals, right? Those are my goals. That's not her goals. We're going to follow her lead. But if we can, we're going to try. It makes me sad when I see dogs in this state. I know even watching this, or like when you think if I went to a shelter, I'd be so sad to be able to do this. And like when you see her eyes just so big and helpless going, help me. I don't know what is going on. It hurts. But then that little look she just gave to me right there and that little sniff makes me go, I gotta think what it will be, not what it is right now. Right? How do we get to that mental state of it's going to be amazing. She's going to be loved. She's safe now. We're going to help her along her path. And you just got to bring yourself back to that and approach these dogs in that way, not feeling sorry for them. You know, they're helpless, obviously, but not succumbing to that feeling and that anger. Sometimes it's anger. I get so angry sometimes. I have to shake that off because this moment is she's living in the moment. And that's what we can learn from dogs, is living in the moment. But we need to find out your story. Alexis, are you in here? Alexis. That's my friend, Alexis. She's your friend too. She's not in here, so I guess we can't find the story. Sometimes, like when she sees me going in and sitting with a dog, she'll get on the computer and she'll go into this system, the one they use at this shelter, and get all the information or whatever information has been put into the notes, so that we can just kind of learn and get a little bit of the story. But I'm worried maybe something's wrong. She kind of saw some notes and then bolted out of here. Oh, hey, there you are.
Hi, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I actually just caught wind of some interesting news with this girl, so I wanted to kind of go over some stuff first, and then I have Phil here to also add on once I tell you the initial story with this.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was something serious because you like bolted out of here.
I did. I had to.
Okay. Well, let's start with the basics. Like what, was she microchipped?
So no microchip, nothing like that. We do know though, her name is Sylvie.
Oh my goodness. I'm like,
She's under 2 years old.
I like just started sweating because of like, I just like started sweating. I got like so worried. Wait, okay, 2 years old.
Yeah, just under 2, and we do know her name is Sylvie, though.
Sylvie. How do you spell that?
Sylvie.
Sylvie. Okay. Let's see if she knows her name. Sylvie. She does. She knows her name. Sylvie, you want a treat? You know the word treat? You do. She knows her name. She knows treat. Okay. What? Okay. Tell me more. I fear.
Okay, so first, so we do know Sylvie was actually abandoned outside of Night Drop in a cage.
Oh no.
With just pretty much notes from her previous family and medical records just to say we can't have her anymore.
Hold on,
but they
okay.
dropped her outside of Night Drop.
So Night Drop is, it almost sounds bad when you first hear it or see it. You go, what? You can just go abandon your pet in Night Drop? And that is not the case. There are mixed feelings on it with shelters across the U.S. and people. I really like it because it allows an opportunity for people who find pets in emergency situations. Let's say it's 2 a.m., you're driving home from work and you find a dog. Well, what do? You can't have pets at your apartment, or you have dogs at home and you need to get them into a safe space. You can take them and put them in Night Drop and you can leave all of the notes. But major alarms if someone's putting a dog in a cage outside of Night Drop because they don't want information found on them. Maybe not the case. And obviously we need to hear more, but out of the gate, not good. So she was left outside of Night Drop in a cage, but she had medical records, you said?
So she did have records that they kind of left under the cage, just saying, and I'll read you off exactly what the previous family said.
What? Hold on. Why is it so noisy out there?
The shelter has another litter of puppies that's just come in through Night Drop.
Okay. By the way, I don't care. I'm not like quiet when I'm talking. It's, every little bit of noise sets her back a whole nother step. So that's why I was asking. But that's okay. It's a shelter. We're noisy. Okay, tell me more.
So this is what the record said under her cage.
Okay.
So apparently the original family, not the one that dropped her off, but the original family abandoned and neglected her is what this previous family is stating.
Okay.
We took her in, but wasn't a great fit for our dogs.
Oh.
Very timid, food and treat motivated, barks when scared, and pees when scared.
Oh. So do I, by the way. The barking. I bark when I'm scared. Just for the record. What did you guys think? Yeah, I am treat motivated. Okay, well, but wait, you know more?
Yeah, Phil knows
Hold
more.
on, Phil. Let's take let me show you Phil here. Okay, what?
So when I came in this morning, there was an empty cage outside of Night Drop.
Okay.
It had like a blanket over it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, how did this happen? Fortunately, we have like surveillance cameras, so I was able to look back on them and see what happened.
Okay.
2:45 in the morning.
2:45 a.m.?
2:45 a.m. Sylvie showed up in a cage with I can only assume what was our owners, and they put her outside of Night Drop. Didn't try calling us or anything. Never tried to call the number. Put a blanket over the cage, and we're in and out in a few minutes.
Just bolted.
Just bolted, pretty much. So then she was outside of Night Drop and sat there till about 6:30 in the morning.
It's cold, I'm sure.
And then somebody else comes along. Some random person drives into the parking lot. They don't have an animal with them or anything. They come up to the cage, and I'm thinking, oh, yeah, it's a good Samaritan. Maybe they go like, going to see this dog and just want to take care of this dog.
Yeah.
So they go over to the cage, and they're looking at her for a few minutes, and they're trying to like give her little treats through the cage doors and whatever. And then they open the cage door, and she comes out to them.
Okay.
And then they're stroking her, and they don't like try and like contain her or anything.
Yeah.
Then she just takes off.
Oh no.
Bolts down the parking lot, out into the field, and then that's the last time she's seen until what was it? Probably about 9:30 when we were out. Having known that she was out and about somewhere, we were out with ACOs looking for her.
Right.
She was in the field next door, and then a little race ensued trying to get hold of her. Wow. She went across the street, dodging cars and.
Wow.
eventually the ACOs were able to like corral her into an area, and fortunately got her back here. And you see she's a lot calmer now than she was earlier.
So yeah, because you guys showed up and there was just an empty kennel, huh?
Exactly, yeah. And that's why we're like, well, what happened here, you know?
Oh my goodness. Why would someone do that? What are they thinking?
I mean, there's the numbers right there. You just need to call them.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Thanks for sharing that with me.
No worries, but it's better for Sylvie from here on in, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. That's what I'm talking about, where I just get so angry. Like, okay, so let's recap that here. So someone owned her. They either gave you to someone else, or that person wanted you or felt they were saving you. And then they brought you to the shelter and just dumped you. And I say dumped because, look, if she doesn't fit in and you're having trouble working with her, you can tell she's got some challenges. She was obviously mistreated. You have to bring her into the shelter to give the shelter all these details so she's got the best opportunity at making it. Because in a lot of shelters, if a dog comes in this state and they're just in a kennel like that, they'll never have a chance. And shelters will go, look, she doesn't have a chance of getting adopted and she won't make it out. Not the case here now. We've got you, girl. I would love to change her name, but I'm not going to do that right now. I think the person who adopts her should do that because it'll take a little time. But she knows her name right now, and that's the one thing we have that we can use to help her know that it's okay, that we know her, we see her. Sylvie, do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? Yeah, good, Sylvie. So we're gonna keep going with that. Like, then that some jerk would come and let her out of the kennel. And I know all of you will say, well, maybe that person was just trying to help, or, well, if you're going to help, go in and contact the shelter, because it put her in an unsafe situation where naturally she had no idea what was going on and she just took off. It's kind of like when I said when I first came in here, it looked like she was just trying to bolt and get away. Whereas now it looks a little bit more like she's trying to seek comfort and companionship, which is good, but that takes a little time. It takes trust. We have to trust each other. I'm not concerned or scared anymore because I have some information and I've seen her behavior. I mean, worst case, I might get peed on a little bit, but that's okay. All right, let's try some positive affirmations. I want you to know what you've gone through in the last 24 hours is not your fault. And I want to show everyone how cute you are. I want these positive affirmations to really hit, because this is just as much for you watching as it is for her. You are loved, and you are kind, and you are a good girl. Are you giving me your belly? You want to scratch right there? You like that love? You are good enough, and none of this is your fault. Like, you don't deserve this. What you've been through in the last 24 hours, no one should have to go through. And it should have been explained to you what was going on. And whoever it was that showed up at the last minute that startled you, you had every right to run. Like that, I would have done the same thing in your situation. Sylvie, I love you. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be such a great dog for somebody. Does that feel good? Does that feel good right there? She's kicking a little bit. Yeah, good girl. Sylvie, you're a good girl. Did you know that? You're a good girl. Yeah. Do you want another treat? I think sometimes, like, things are meant to be. And, you know, for years, like, I have been making these treats. A lot of people don't know, but one of the ways I started all of this is I have bakeries for dogs called the Dog Bakery. And I've got stores where we bake treats for dogs. And I perfected this jerky just year after year after year with every recipe, always making improvements, using things like pumpkin and coconut, just the healthy stuff. Like, this is all made in a human grade facility. You could eat this. It would you'd be like, oh, it needs a little salt. No, it doesn't need salt for your dog, but that's how you would feel. And because it's so good, like, I know time after time when dogs would come into the Dog Bakery and I would sample and make sure that the dogs were taking it and that they loved it. It's wild to think, like, so many times, you know, sometimes you have some really grumpy customers and you just go, what am I doing? Like, why am I working? Why do I have a little bakery for dogs? Like I definitely had those questions sometimes, like on months when I first started where I could barely pay the bills, but I'm like, I think people love this. I think it's going to work. And it has, but there were times where I questioned whether it was going to work or not. I just kept perfecting the treats. And little did I know it would lead to this, being able to be with a dog like this and comfort a dog like this and have treats that were of really high value, that were so palatable for dogs that they would love. I guess what I'm trying to say is sometimes in life, you don't know why you're doing what you're doing, but just know that it often leads to something bigger than you ever could have imagined. And like making these and developing these so that dogs would love them, allowing it to be a tool for me to go in and show dogs that were in just a tremendous fear state that they're safe and they're okay, and get them into this state where they feel comfortable enough to just lay down and rest and receive love. I never would have guessed. I never would have guessed. So just know, whatever you're going through right now, as mundane as it may feel, as hard as it may be, just keep going, keep trying, keep developing, keep learning. It will pay off. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. Okay, we're going to try something. Because I think if I can get her a little more comfort into my lap, she may not let me pick her up. We're going to see, but we're going to try. It's okay. That's good. Okay. Okay. It's okay. Hi. There you go. There you go. Good girl. You're a good girl. Hi. Oh, there we go. I feel the relaxing now. She was so tense, I definitely thought she was going to pee on me. But now, yeah, she's doing really good. Her whole body just relaxed. Oh, Alexis just came back. Super easy.
Phil was actually showing me the security footage from
I knew it.
what happened.
But look at this girl. But okay, can we play the footage?
Yeah, we can.
Roll it. Okay, so these are the people that came at 6 a.m.?
Yeah, these are random people that came by. I don't know. We don't really know what the reason was. It was licensing or something. But it looked like they kind of wanted they wanted to comfort her.
It does look like that it definitely looks like they're trying to help. They likely sensed something was wrong or off, but just if you're not in, oh yeah, she's sitting down and, oh, they're good folks, you can tell. Because I think the other person was calling. They might have been calling the shelter, but it wasn't open yet.
And they opened the kennel.
Which you could easily do if you're not experienced, because you would think, oh, she's terrified, she's not going anywhere. But once you experience a lot of fear states with dogs, you know that they have that fight, flight, freeze, and flight happens so fast, you can't even react fast enough. Dogs are so much faster than us, guys. It's about to happen. I can feel it. Like the anticipation is like when my son winds up the Jack in the Box and it's about to jump out at us.
They tried to give her water.
That's good.
Looks like.
That's good.
But the problem is they opened the kennel in a not enclosed environment with a scared dog. And
no lead or anything.
Nope, no lead, nothing.
I carry a lead in my car, guys, everywhere, all the time for situations just like this. Dogs find me.
And she tried to put the dog in her lap.
Oh no, and there goes, oh, there she goes. She's like a cartoon. I'm telling you, she's like a real life cartoon. She like wound up and then took off. Oh, and yeah, you can see her darting across. Whoa, she's fast. You're fast. She's watching herself. That's funny. She's like, who's that awesome dog? I could race him. Replay it. Whoa. Yeah. I mean, so fast. That happened so fast. That's that flight response, right?
We have footage as well when they first dropped her off in front of the shelter as well.
The jerks. At least they put a towel over her. Come on, guys, and I know that feeling, right? Like it was probably hard. Maybe she was barking all night and they were just like, you know what, we can't do this anymore. But that's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right. You were supposed to be the one that was helping her.
They did describe in the notes they left with her, it was because I guess it wasn't working with their other dogs at home.
Yeah.
But they could have called the number outside of Night Drop.
And I'll say this, like, I have empathy. I've been there before, especially if maybe she got in a fight with another one of your dogs. And you know what? I guess I leave it up to you watching. Like, what do you think? What do you think of the people who dropped her off? I mean, we know the people that weren't treating her right, that was bad. And you can tell from her mental state that they got her here in the first place. So that, I don't need your opinion. I'll tell you, not good. The second folks, what do you think? Them dropping her off. Was it right or wrong? And then the third folks, was that right or wrong?
Oh, Sylvie, sweet Sylvie. Look at this smiling picture. I can't keep it from you anymore. She was adopted. Obviously with a smile like that, she's so happy and you can tell. Beth is her new mom, and Beth says this. She is the most incredible, loving, smart little girl. She lives in Oceanside, California now, so she's getting to live that beach life and is adapting very well to her new home and new friends. She is still a little timid when meeting new people, fair enough, but she's getting a lot more confident, and she even interacts with the neighborhood dogs. She's even comfy enough to have the zoomies. Lexi even had her very first trip. Oh, her new name is Lexi, by the way. Lexi had her very first trip to Big Bear Lake recently, and Beth says she's looking forward to sharing many years and many more adventures. Beth, thank you. And all of you, thank you for becoming members. If you haven't become a member yet, what are you waiting on? It's a small contribution monthly, but you get to be a part of this awesome community. You're the first to know when things happen with the dogs we're working with. And I often release videos ad-free before other people see them, just as a thank you for your contribution. So just hit that join button. I'd love to have you be a member. Oh, hey, Chunky. Hi, you're so cute. You're like a walrus, my man. Oh, hey, happy dog. Oh, it's okay.
Oh, perfect.
Hi. It's okay. Hi.
That's what I'm here for.
What are you doing? What did this dog do to you? You got a health check with this one?
Yeah, I came in late yesterday, so we just housed, so I didn't have to spend the night in the
She's
surrender
so
kennel.
scared, huh?
Oh, absolutely terrified.
Okay.
When I went to move yesterday,
She
it all over the kennel, super scared.
Oh, okay.
Very sweet.
Maybe after health check, I can sit with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, look at those eyes.
She's super sweet.
Oh, she's so scared. It's okay, Mom. It's okay, girl. I mean, those eyes. She's just so sweet, but so scared. And Michael had to go in there and sit down with her. He does a really good job of getting down on their level to let them know it's going to be okay. But even that, it's going to be too far for her to navigate through those rows. And so I just did the scoop. I picked her up. I did the walking scoop. All right, we'll revisit that later. I went back to her when she was in her kennel.
You see this a lot in dogs that are scared but want out. Like they're smart enough to know that gate opens and they just want out of here. It's kind of that whole, I'm not supposed to be in here. Let me out. You got the wrong dog. Which is interesting. Hi, can I sit this down right here? It's all wet in here, which means she's been dipping in her water bowl. Hi. I think I'm going to give her that space and just come back here and let her come to me. It doesn't make for a very good video, but that's okay. We're here for her. So sorry I'm showing my backside here. I guess you get to see what the dogs usually see. That's good. That's it shifted the shelter in the kennel environment right away. Here. Well, I thought I said you're smart. You are smart, but so that leg up behavior is a very submissive behavior. And then I've got it right there. I'm going to switch around. She definitely wants out of here. She's having trouble finding the treats. I don't know if she's just excited or if she's got vision issues. Her sniffer's working, which is really good. And I thought I almost saw a tail wag out of the gate. So I'm going to play the health check video at the end of this video. I had to step out. They needed help with another dog. But we did find out some information. And I think the health check process is really unique. Yeah, we're getting a tail wag already. Are we getting a tail wag already? Are we? We're getting kisses already? We're that escalated quickly. Look at this. We're already getting treats right out of an open hand. Do we want to go straight to the scoop? Could this be a record-setting scoop? Could this be come here. Oh, am I moving too fast? You can see she's getting scared again. Okay, we moved too fast. We moved too fast. I showed my excitement too soon. Here. Play cool, Rocky. Play cool. And now she's backed up. Here. Right here. Oh, hi. Hi, kid. Come here. You want to come up here? Hi. Oh, you're just so sweet. If I can catch dogs right out of the gate in this state when they first come into the shelter and get them into this mindset, a better mindset, it helps tremendously, because it can very quickly lead to someone walking up to the kennel. Now she's friendly, she knows this is a happy place, and she gets adopted. And before she spends days or weeks or months, some shelters, years in the shelter, where it gets worse and worse and worse, she's helping. And we feel that. Hi. Oh, you're okay with eye contact already? Okay. Hi. You want to go straight to positive affirmations and then we'll find out your story? It's going to be interesting to find out her story. Hi. Hey, you're a good girl. Well, that one didn't land. This is like exact opposite of how sitting with dogs normally goes. And I think that's wonderful, because it just showcases how there is no set way. Hi, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Do you want some pets? Are you okay with that? Here, let's go chest pet. Oh, does that feel good? Oh, does that feel good? She's soaking wet under there. I think she spilled her water bowl when it's been rolling around in water. Does that feel good? Let's keep the treat coming. I can just break off little bits of my treats. That's specifically why I make them like this. And then I'm like a treat dispenser. Hi, I'm like an unlimited treat dispenser, huh? You may not know this, but I have an entire treat factory. You hit the jackpot. Here you go. Oh. Does that feel good? Hi. Her face is so pretty. Video cameras have come such a long way, and I'm so happy because it helps capture the nuances in her face, where a lot of times the shadows of a kennel, the lighting will do you no favor. It ages me by 10 years at least. And black dogs are the last to get out of shelters because the shadows, the colors, and then people get scared of them. They're less likely to be seen. They get scared, and it just creates a dynamic that creates a real problem. What's interesting is we got some initial signs of trust out of the gate, but she's still very hesitant. Hi. Shouldn't put my hand up like that. She's still very hesitant, and it's not like I just have her trust 100% right away. She's still cautious. She's watching my hands. If you notice, when I'm talking with my hands, I need to do that a little less. Hi. Oh, hi. Alexis.
Yeah.
As you saw when I caught you walking by, we went to health check. And so in health check, I think I heard, obviously she's a girl. We found that out. No spaying, though? She's not spayed? Any signs of it?
She's not spayed.
It's hard to tell sometimes. What happens in health check is they'll check for any scarring, tattooing. A lot of times they'll get a tattoo so you know they're spayed, because you can't always tell. With a dog, a male dog who's neutered, obviously, understandably, it's a little easier. Hi. So what's interesting with her is she's scared and timid, but she's friendly. I mean, her nails are trimmed. She's got a healthy coat. So a lot of times in this situation, it's not, oh my goodness, this dog's in such bad shape, they've been abused and now they're at the shelter. She could have got out of the yard, And she could be an RTO by the end of the day, which is return to owner. The code word at the shelter is RTO. Hi. I got to show people her face. I'm going to get when she's a little more comfortable, I'm going to get the phone and show you her face, the view that I'm seeing. Hi. Was that a sad moment there? Hi, it's okay. I know this is a little unknown and scary, but we're gonna see if we can't find out any info on you. Okay, microchip?
No microchip, no collar.
Shoot. Yeah, she didn't even, when I first saw her, she didn't have, I think what caught my eye is she didn't even have this pink collar on. And then Michael came right into health check. Let me show you her face. Look at this pretty face. Hi. Hi. You okay with that camera? Okay, tell me more.
So, what we do know about her is she was found at a park around here.
Oh, okay.
And it was by a Good Samaritan. They
Okay.
put as much info as they could behind.
Did they bring her to night drop or
No, they brought her directly
into the shelter into surrender area?
yesterday. Wow, during business hours.
Oh, look at this ears. Yes, I mean, she's a happy girl. Okay, so they found her in a park running around.
Yeah,
She come right up to him probably?
it seems like it. They let her carry. They let him carry her.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, yeah, well, she let me do that too. She like was frozen and wouldn't walk because, you know, it can be scary. But yeah, she let me carry her. Hey, oh, it's a good girl. Yeah. See if I can get up here. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a head pet. Oh, I'm getting a head pet. It's okay. It's okay. All right. It's okay. She's got some noisy neighbors. That's okay. It happens. Okay. What else? Anything?
Unfortunately, I mean, we know she's pretty young. She's only about a year old.
Yeah, you can tell.
Young girl.
She's a little pup.
And that's about all we know, unfortunately, with her. We don't even know a name, but I think I have an idea already.
You do? Man, you were knocking names out of the park recently. Okay. What, hi. Oh, hi. Oh. I would love to hear your idea because I want to give her some positive affirmations and would love to have a name to do that with.
Well, based on the name of the park, like I thought a spin-off of the name, a good one would be Serena.
Serena. Okay. Wait, it's Serena Park?
No, it's actually Serenity Park.
Oh,
I'm
Serenity.
thinking
Okay. Yeah.
Serena.
Serena. I like that. Man, Alexis, you're hired. You are getting some good ones.
I would hope so.
Yeah, Serena. Okay, Serena, you're a good girl, and I'm sorry you're lost, and you're probably a little confused, and you're a good girl. Serena, you feel that? You're a good girl, Serena. You can shake? You can shake? Oh, hi. Hi, Serena. Hi. Okay, now that's going to be your nickname because I am thinking I need another treat stick. Can you just hand me the treat bag? I want to see if she knows a treat bag. I am thinking Serena is going to go home to her family. I'll bet they're coming. And the thing is like, you got to share these videos because you never know when it might find its way back to the actual family. They might have been looking for their dog. You want a treat? You want a treat? Oh, it's a good girl. Can you shake? I have an entire treat stick here, Serena, if you can shake. Can you shake? Shake. Oh, almost. I think it's in you. Yeah. Counts. Yeah. Oh, you're so gentle. You want me to break it up for you? Okay. There you go. She's so cute. She's a smart dog. You can see her doing kind of the whole teamwork thing, like asking for my help to break up the treats. She's smart enough to know where the door's at. It's probably how she got out in the first place. Here, it's all yours. It's all yours. I'm just breaking it up for you. You earned it, Serena. You are pretty and you are good enough, and I know you might be lost and you don't deserve this confusion, but you are a good girl, Serena. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, and I love you, and we all love you, and we got you from here. You want to give me more thanks? Okay. Give me more paw. Thank you. We got you from here. It's going to be okay. We're going to find your family, or we're going to find you a family. It's going to all be up from here. Sky's the limit on how awesome things are going to get from here. I promise. She's a sweetheart. Oh my goodness, she's a sweetheart. And health check, did she come around pretty quick?
Yes, she was such a sweet girl after a bit. Just
Yeah.
a little shy.
Yeah, fair enough.
She absolutely did. She jumped up at me a couple times.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was sweet.
She was shaking when I carried her in there, and now there's none of that. Like, she's calm, and I'm telling you, like, volunteering makes such a big impact at a shelter because you can really change the trajectory of an animal and set them up for success. And it's so hard leaving the dog in the kennel for sure. And I know a lot of people say, oh, hi. Oh, okay. Hold on. We don't want to miss this moment. She is giving me her trust in her belly. And that is really important. Look how pretty she is with that white spot right there. Hi. You're so pretty. Are you trying to get the treats? Is that what's going on here? She's smart. The little rascal. You're trying to get to the bag of treats? I thought she was giving me her trust. Maybe both. Okay, you can have it. You want help? Here. Here you go. That makes me so happy that she would be smart and cunning enough to give me her trust, but like just kind of lean and fall into the bag of treats. Oh, these treats fell in my mouth. Hi.
She really likes those treats.
I would say that Alexis is getting paid to promote the treats because she is, I guess, technically. But no, they are. But the thing is, they're such good treats. Like, I spend years perfecting these, and I'm always perfecting them. And it has this one is my skin and coat. It has pumpkin and coconut in it, and it's real jerky. Like, I make it at a human facility. You could eat it. Don't. It's for dogs, but it's limited ingredients. I can go on. It's basically a treat you can trust. I will link it. You can go to rockykanaka.com/jerky. I'll link it in the video. I won't sit here and promote the treats, because what I do want to talk about is, I think, on a bit more of a serious note. But before I get to that, so there's nothing else. We know nothing else in her notes.
Unfortunately, no. Not at this time.
I'm really hoping her family comes for her. Can I get a treat stick? I didn't take one. Just shoot me one of the sticks. Yeah, thanks.
No.
It's okay. She almost got it. In the last video, we did love letters with dogs, where you guys send packages to the post office box, and you guys sent me packages, and it was so kind that one of the notes said, "Keep doing what you're doing. Flip would be very proud of you." And it hit me, and it caught me in the moment. And what you didn't know when you sent that is it was basically the year anniversary of Flip's passing. And I should have even sat in it I should have sat in it. Thank you. You giving me some love? See, it's being present, right? I'm thinking about the past and the future, and she's sitting here giving me love and cuddles and letting me know it's going to be okay. And I almost missed that. And when I got that note, I let it hit me for a minute, but I should have sat in it for even longer, because as hard as it is, I think it's really important. And if you've ever lost a pet, or you're worried about losing your current pet, I think this is something that is important. And the thing I want to share with you is, I'm not always this emotional. Maybe I am. You know what? I'm not an emotional guy. I'm a loving guy. And I'm not going to say that. Maybe I am. I think what I'm trying to say is the vulnerability level in the kennel with these dogs and with you guys is really high. And I just want to thank you for giving me that opportunity, because I don't know if I've ever had that in my life, where I can talk and I can share and get the love from you guys. And I think a lot of you have been through this as well. And it's been a year since Flip passed. I think a lot of people would say, okay, so you should be over it. And I'm not. It's still so hard. It's the hardest death I've ever experienced. And I know it's a dog, and people say it's just a dog. Hi, I love you. But it's so much more than that. And I saw this video, and you might have seen it. I think it's been going viral on social. Hi. But I saw it yesterday, and it hit me, and I wanted to share it. It's this little girl, and I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to get it wrong. I'll put the name on the screen here at the end of the credit of who that goes to, because I can't remember the name. But there's this little girl, and she asked a monk, a Vietnamese monk, a question. She said, my dog passed, and I'm really sad, and I don't know how to not be sad, was kind of the gist. And he took some time, and he really thought about it, and I'm going to paraphrase it. I'm no monk. Right here. Might be a dog monk. Here. Psst. There you go. But the advice was this, and it just hit me in the heart so hard. And I want to share with you because I think it might help you if you've gone through this, or you're going through this, or if you ever go through this. If you look up at a cloud, and that cloud is in the sky, and it's a beautiful cloud, and then you look again later and it's gone, you don't think, oh, that cloud has passed, is unalive. You just know that cloud has dissipated, that it has turned into mist, that maybe it's turned into rain. And so when you think of your dog dying and the finality of that, maybe it's not that. It's that it's now in another form, right? And that your dog is now the rain. And when you're drinking your coffee or your tea, if you're mindful and you take the time to look into that coffee or tea, you can see that rain. And in that moment that you're holding your warm coffee and you're having that moment, you can see your dog there. And they live on. And I just thought, man, I think it's so true. Just like even in my life, the inspiration Flip has given me. And when you sent that note that said, Flip would be really proud of you, I think he is. And I think he's here and he sees this and he's with me. And even though he's not in his dog form anymore, it's kind of it's weird because it should be the finale. It should be the finish line and the end. But it feels like just the start. So that I can have the courage and the vulnerability and the resilience to be here with these dogs again and again, because we don't always win these battles. Some of these dogs, they don't make it. So if you're going through that, just know that your dog is there with you and they love you. And I get it. And this community of people, they get it. It's not just a dog. It can hit you harder than even a human death because they're with you so much. They're a part of you. They're your soul dog. I want to run you guys through health check so that you can see the process and share this. We've got to get the word out about her. Let's get her adopted. And make sure you subscribe so you get all the updates. Turn on notifications. Thanks, guys.
Shaking like a leaf. Hi, darling. It's okay. Boy or girl?
What's that
Girl. We were right. I've come in for a health check, please. What do you want her on that scale?
Yeah, I'd start with that. Wait for it to. Hold, squat. All right.
Doesn't help I did squats at the gym today.
Okay.
46.6.
Did you get that, Edie?
No, I didn't.
46.6.
46.6. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's a girl.
This is good. Check your state. Check your state. I know. You gotta trust me a little bit. I know that's scary.
Girl. Yeah, there's no shape.
You're right.
Good enough. No indication of
But
stability.
it won't matter.
Yeah, no tattoo, no incision. Nails look pretty good though. They don't look long. That's good.
And check your teeth. And check your teeth. Oh, my, what pretty teeth you have. Here's the baby. Yes, you are.
Let's go with 1 year old.
Okay.
Are you camera shy? Is that it? It's like, well, if I'm too close to the camera, I can't be filmed. No camera.
Nothing.
No
Scan
check.
negative?
Yep, scan negative. So I love you. No? Want to do that one first? Ready? Deep breath. 1, 2, quick poke. Oh, such trust. Such trust. Let's go, girl. Let's go, girl. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 1. Achoo. Achoo. Good girl. Well, I guess it's too big and open and scary over there. Oh, that's so good. No? No, your trees aren't convincing enough to get you to come over here? Alright. Well, we try. We'll work with you.
Honey.
Yeah, we'll work with
Go on, baby.
You gonna shake this thing? Oh. Okay, I'm sorry about this one. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Yay! Good girl. Here. Good girl. That's so good. All done. All done. That's it. Well, I thought you'd be celebrating. Good girl. Yeah. Yes. Yes, you're a good girl.
Wow. Let's just look at the before and after. Look how scared she was and how happy she is because they just took some time and patience with her in health check. And it's certainly what made her so friendly with me the minute I sat down with her. Hit that subscribe button to get the Pupdates. And pro tip, you can put the Pupdates playlist on your TV. Just hit play and let the good feeling dog adoption stories roll. Okay, check this out. This really nice guy, Phil, came in and he was looking for Serena's roommate. He didn't know anything about Serena. He was looking for another dog and Serena's roommate was adopted. And so then he saw Serena and he said, well, let me see. Fell in love with her, spent some time with her at the shelter, adopted her right there on the spot. Yes! Serena is going home. Now that is what I call a happy pup date. And Phil and family, thank you for giving her a loving home. What about our ferocious puppy? When I filmed the video, I was very cautious and slow with him because he was very scared. I saw zero signs of him being aggressive or ferocious, and my conclusion is that he was deemed this way because someone put him in a really bad position, put a lot of pressure on him, and made him feel unsafe and scared. And he had no option outside of reacting. At that young of an age, he had to stand up for himself. And I'm glad he did, frankly. And I'm glad we ran into him. Here's a recap on his story, and then one of the most unbelievable pup dates ever at the end of this video.
What's going on with you, little one?
Okay, look at this dog. What do you see? You see a dog that's not very confident, obviously, and scared and looks scary almost, right? It's because of that slinking where he's trying to get out of his own skin. It just, you can feel the discomfort and the fear. But if you look closer, you can see a dog that is really pretty, maybe young. I mean, look at those beautiful homochromatic eyes. With a little confidence, this guy could go a long way, and I bet we can help. Let's find out.
So I went out to grab the team so that we could just help make the area a little quieter. We put some of the dogs out in the play yard because it was just so noisy that I wouldn't have gotten anywhere. The stress would have been so high. I also wanted to make sure I grabbed a blanket. I don't want to take any of her space, his blue. He's got a blue temp collar on that they put his ID number on. So I'm guessing it's a boy. Stay turned around here and just kind of do something. Move that over there. It's okay. I sit that right there. I've heard when I see a dog in this situation where they just feel like they have nowhere to go and they just want out and away so bad. We're gonna see what we can do to help. I don't know where to go here. I'm gonna try some treats. And normally I'll just do like a small portion that I'll break off. I'm going to try a big piece here because I've got to do something to just right away try to work this one out of their situation. I didn't mean to do that. If he could make himself small enough, he would curl up in that waterway right now. It's kind of what he's trying to do. That's why I'm trying to get the water bowl out of here, because I don't want him panicking and taking a dive into the water bowl. It's not ideal having a dog behind my back this much, but I think it might make him feel a little more comfortable. I'm just watching him closely. There we go. Okay, that's good. He's interested in that treat. You can see him. No, he didn't take it then. He didn't take it. It might be too big. I'm going to try to break it up. No. Oddly enough, he might, I call it like a moment where he may take it to my hand. Let's see. See, yeah, I should have gotten back there. If he goes back over there, I'm gonna move that water bowl and go back there. Actually, I think I want to get smaller. I'm not comfortable sitting down right here right now, but I definitely want to get smaller. He's thinking about the treats. Okay, so I got to get him out of this spot. I can't see him. I'm actually going to move over here to then move back over here so that I can see his movements. Because I got to get that water bowl so that I can go up against the back of the kennel. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here to kind of act as my rear view mirror so I can see him. And I'm going to try to get him to come behind me. Just watching. Oh. I mean, what striking eyes that just watching, see, make sure there's no gnarling with his kind of lips. I don't like taking things away from dogs in these states, but I gotta get to a state where I can give him some comfort. I'm not asking anything of him. I'm just going to try to get him in a position where he can relax. I tried throwing him a big piece of treat, and I gave him a little piece of it. I'm going to try to give him a bigger piece, see if there's enough distance. Ask. Now we're okay. I was gonna go back to the other side. This side will be just fine. This will be just fine. Yeah, that's great. Now we're in a spot where we can both just breathe. Can you move it to the front? He feels comfortable enough. That's good. Checking things out, sniffer working. These are good things. These are really good things. Man, you in that water. It is tough because a dog in this situation, like, they don't have much. And so even with him, he's clinging to a water bowl. That's the only thing he has. He is so stunning. I haven't, like, I can't get very long glimpses at him or it makes him, really puts the heat on him, but, wow. Wow. What kind of dog do you think he is? I feel like he's like a husky and a shepherd. He's definitely, oh yeah, he's a Shepsky, I bet. Shepherd and a husky. German Shepherd and a husky. I don't know. Maybe more German Shepherd, maybe more husky? What do you think? He's pretty though. when he regains his confidence, he will be stunning. Well, he's already stunning. When that confidence comes in too, it's okay. You can relax. It's like, I just want out of here. I just want out. I'm done. Take me home. It just hurts me because there's a certain sadness about him. Like some dogs, it's fear or anxiety, and with him, there's just a sadness. Like you can just tell the way he puts his face and his eyes down, and he just kind of sinks onto the floor. He just wants to disappear. I may be reading the situation completely wrong because fear can do wild things to all of us. But do you see it? I feel it. That's one of the things when you're sitting with a dog is like, some of it just, I don't know if it comes across on camera like I would hope it would. I hope you can feel it like I can feel it because it just makes me sad. But you know what? That's the thing. Again, we're not here to be sad. I'm shaking that off because I'm here for you. I'm here for him. He says, hi, we're going to figure this out together. We're going to get his story. I think that might tell us a lot to kind of figure out behavior. Let's see if we can't. Let's get you out of there, buddy. I wish if you took treats, that would be a lot easier. see what I mean? Some of the dogs, I'm so excited. Now you understand my excitement when they're willing to take a treat. Well, a lot of times it's because, so jumping. A lot of times it's because I just know that I can work more. He's got water bowl. So,
Because
we almost spilled it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I know he's trying to dive into that water bowl, isn't he? I'm going to put up a little blocker here by hand. There we go. That's what I want. Relaxing. So I just put up a small roadblock. Alexis, have you had a chance yet to look up his info in the system?
Yeah, I just looked it up.
Great. Okay. I'm just being captivated by the stunning eyes. Okay. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. What, microchip?
No microchip, no collar, nothing like that.
It is a he, right?
He is a male, yes.
Okay, so stray?
Stray, kind of.
I don't know if they have a section for stray, kind of.
So the reason why I'm saying kind of is because animal control received a call yesterday from a family.
Well, so he's fresh here, huh?
Yes.
No wonder.
And he was in a home, but just no microchip, no collar or anything. They received that call, and the family told them, we have a vicious and dangerous dog. I don't trust this dog around our family. Just going off on how this dog is not good.
Interesting. Okay. Vicious?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Said it was a vicious dog. It was a dangerous dog. Used all the terms to say this dog is a danger.
I'm not. Okay. Tell me more. I'm not seeing that, so I'm a little surprised by that. But okay.
When animal control went to go to the home to take the dog, because they take those calls very seriously.
Yeah.
When someone says that, it's
Yeah,
a
you have to.
public safety issue.
Yep.
They saw this guy. And
Yeah,
when they
no.
grabbed him, he was the sweetest, according to them, said the sweetest boy ever. So, this is just a rumor that I've just heard around.
Okay.
So, but it's rumored that they lied about the dog being vicious just so that animal control would take this, puppy that requires a lot of work and time off of their hands.
Gosh, that is so frustrating. And I've seen it before, right? I've gone on lots of ride-alongs with animal control, and like sometimes people are so just over these dogs that they'll call animal control, oh yeah, vicious or bit me or whatever, because they don't even want to take the time to bring the dog to the shelter, or they feel guilty. And what they don't understand is, one, that can often be the end of the line for a dog if you make up that story, because the shelter has, some shelters, they have policies, and a lot of shelters across the U.S. that are just overfilled, they're not going to work with a dog that is vicious or has bitten. It has to be in the record, and so that's the end of the line. Thank goodness the team here is amazing, and they made their own assessment. And come on, And maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe he got into a situation where it's never the dog's fault. But maybe he was coming across as vicious. He was protecting food and being territorial, or who knows? I don't know. You know, what do you think? I guess I pass it off to you. I'll reserve judgment, and you tell me, looking at this dog, if you think that family made it up, or if you think he is vicious and violent and bites, tries to bite. So I'm not letting my frustration make things up. No, it didn't say bite, right?
No bite.
Tried to bite or just violent or vicious?
They just said that it was violent or it was vicious. Is what I heard. No bite or anything on record at all.
That's good. That's good.
Because it's out here and he is adoption available.
Okay, great. Yeah, because they said they don't want him.
They don't want him.
Normally the shelter, if it's owner known, they have to hold the dog for 10 days. But because the owner's already relinquished him, a name?
No name that we know of.
Yeah, so like, oh, he's so vicious. What's his name? Oh, we didn't have names. Let's try and give him some treats. Thank you for putting him out there for a little bit. He got up because another dog came out. We to reduce the noise, we put some of the dogs out in the play area. I think I mentioned that. But it's hot, so they can't stay out there too long. And so, yeah, so he was really happy about that other dog coming in. So probably friendly with other dogs. Oh, yeah, look at him perk up. He's a dog kind of dog. What's another name, a boy name, that would mean joy or happiness? Because I want a name that he can grow into, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of room for growth. And it's no surprise that he was so sad, right? Because people have failed him. Imagine you're sitting there, you're scared, you don't know what's going on, maybe you don't feel very loved, and someone calls someone over and says, yeah, take this person, they're you know, lashing out at me all the time. You'd be like, you'd be really sad, right? He has nothing for we aim to change that. And especially in this moment. Because we're going to give you something, and it's going to start with a name that you can call your own, and then you'll have that. You may not have a family yet. It's going to come soon, but we're going to start you with a name. It's one of those things where it's just so important, and so even if we've got to take a little time to get it ready, I think it makes sense. I mean, my name's Rocky, right? So I give a lot of value to a name. When I was born, I was lucky enough to be named by Auntie Nona Beamer of Lahaina in Hawaii. I was born in Hawaii, and I was given the name a Kanaka and a Keakua. And I take that with great honor and responsibility. And what that does is allows me to really take pause when giving a name. Because I've seen before someone given a name, good or bad, that they can grow into.
I know that Felix means happy and fortunate.
I do like that. He does look like a Felix, doesn't he? He's like, don't touch my paw. I usually try to do the paw touch with some treats, and he's not having that. So instead, I'm just going straight in for the paw touch. I do want to give you some positive affirmations because I think you deserve that. Felix, you're a good boy. I don't know what they said about you, but I got to tell you something, Felix. I can see it. I can see inside you the love and the happiness and how courageous and brave you are. Whatever happened to you, them calling the authorities on you and fabricating things and having you hauled away, it's not your fault. Sometimes people do bad things when they shouldn't. And we end up paying the price for that. But I'll tell you this much. You're a good boy. You're a good boy, Felix. You're a good boy. Good boy, Felix. Felix is a good boy. Yeah. There's a good dog. Yeah. Did you see that? He let me make like full-on eye contact with him. That registered. Good boy, Felix. The other thing you'll notice is he's really tired. Like he's wanting to fall asleep. And I'll bet if I can get some pets on him, he'll get to fall asleep because he likely hasn't gone to sleep yet. He's what, 24 hours, you think? Something like that?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So he probably hasn't gone to sleep yet, just out of fear. You're a good boy, Felix. Felix. You're safe from here, and we're going to find you a family that'll never make up another story about you, buddy. Yeah, so good boy. Well, that's okay. We're going slow. We'll keep one hand over here. Okay? We're going to just go right here. Good boy, Felix. Good boy. You want a treat? Do you want a treat, good boy? You're a good boy, Felix. You're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're a good dog. Yeah. You're a good boy. Yeah. I like those little ears working. They're like little sonars, aren't they? He's not in a state to just let me touch all over him, but he's in a state now that's calm enough to receive that love and affection, which is awesome. Felix, you're a pretty boy. You're a good boy, Felix. Good boy. Good boy, Felix. You're a good dog. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good boy, Felix. Yeah. He's a good boy. Yeah. That's a good boy. He's like, what is it? That kind of felt nice. I like that. You like that? This is a good boy. You want a treat? Do you want a treat? No? Okay, that's okay. You don't have to have a treat. He's a real nervous dog, understandably, especially because he just came in. Whoa, oh, I saw a tail wag. Wait, how old is he?
He's only about 5 months old.
Okay, yeah, he's seen it. You can see the little puppy coming in out of now. I don't know if I saw that initially because I was just so focused on, watching all of his behavior. I show him what you're doing. He's like, I'm going to get out of here. He tries to find any small space. He does need some grooming back here. You can kind of see the area right in here. I'm sure they weren't grooming him. Because he's a puppy, he still looks so fresh. But if he was an older dog, you'd be able to see the signs. Is Mel here right now?
She's not.
You think we could see if we could get her Trent maybe tomorrow or something to give him a bath? I bet he would feel so much better after a bath.
Well, yeah, we can try and get him on the schedule.
What's your hesitation? If any.
I don't know what her schedule is next week.
Alexis hesitates because it's hard. And a lot of times people will say, well, just what do you mean? Give every dog a bath, groom them all. But the thing is, and this is the case at most shelters, they don't have the resources. If there are hundreds of pets here at any given time and a groom takes on average, what would you say? You're like, well, he just need a bath.
It could be only maybe 30 minutes, but 30 minutes out of a staff member who has to handle all the dogs.
Yeah.
It's
and getting the dog, bringing the dog back. So,
if they're scared too, it takes even longer.
At minimum, an hour. I'd say average is probably 2.5 to 3. Especially if you're dealing with a dog that needs a full groom. But perfect opportunity to mention this to you. This is where you can go volunteer so that you can help little bugs like this. So you can get that cute face right there and you get to spend time with that cute little face. You have a cute face, Felix. You know it too, don't you? No, you don't know it yet. That's the sad part. But this guy right here, Felix, because he's so young too, if you adopt a dog like this, oh my goodness, let me tell you, it will change your life because there's something about shelter dogs where they just know, they just appreciate you so much more because of the love that you gave them. It's like they understand. It's like they get it. Look at this guy. One day he'll get it. He'll get it, huh? He's okay. He's a good boy. Do you want to play scratch? Sometimes dogs don't like, their bum touched. Other times it feels really good. Does that feel good? Yeah. You like that? Yeah, it's good. Okay, good boy. Oh, you want to sit down for that? Okay, you can do that. We can do that, yeah. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. He's backing into it. We might have found the spot. Okay. Want to check it out? Yeah, you can check me out here. There you go. You can see that confidence building a little bit. But if you get a dog like this, you just have to be prepared that, he might hide. He might go into hiding spots for months. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? It likely isn't going to last forever. And I would almost encourage it. And one of the best ways if you're fostering or you adopt a dog like this is just ignoring them. It's weird because it's within us to want that love and admiration back from the dog. But if you just let go of that, and you don't take it personally, you don't take offense, which is really hard sometimes when you try to do something nice for them, they flip out or go hide or whatever, but you don't take it personally and you let them come to you. Wow, it's cool. It's cool to see. And if you have another dog, that helps even more, because then it shows them how to be a dog. Like, he may not know how to be a dog, especially if the people that had him before can't imagine they were taking him on walks and this ferocious puppy. There you go, bud. Felix, you're a good boy. You're joyful and you're happy. That's why those positive affirmations are so important, because we can just help give him that happiness and that courage and the joy. Awesome, good boy. Yeah, I you under treat. Okay, if you want. You know what would give him so much confidence too is walking. I want to try something here for a minute, but let's see if we can get him to go on a lead for me for a minute, and then we could show that to the dog walking team and see if we could get him on dog walking, because he's released now, right? So there's no reason we couldn't, outside of just his, being scared, we couldn't get him on a dog walking program.
Yeah, he would be a dog walking candidate now.
Let's try both. But if I had to pick one, with the resources being limited right now, if we could get him walking, I bet that would really open him up.
Agreed.
Let me see if I can leash him up now to see how he reacts to that. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I'm going really slow, but I'm going really slow. So initially what I do is I just kind of invite him to smell the leash, let him check it out, so there's just less fear. And then we just go real loose. We're going to allow him, if he wants to back out, to squirm. Like, I'm not even putting any tension on it right now. I think we built a little trust. I'm just going to assure him that this is okay. So, since it turns out he is not a vicious, ferocious animal. You want to try that butt scratch again? Remember how good that felt? Huh? Remember that? Just remember that? We're going to try. So now we're going to do just the 2 fingers, right? Not much tension at all. Just a little pressure. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Felix. That's a good boy. Yay. That's a good boy. Yay, Papa. Yeah. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy, Felix. These little movements right here are really fantastic. Really fantastic. Because I'm not even putting any tension, I'm just going in a direction. Watch, there you go. That's good. Good boy, Felix. Good boy. Come on, bud. That's a good boy, Felix. He's ready. Yeah, he's ready for sure. You're ready for sure. Come here, Bubba. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, so Clem, come here. That's a good boy. Come here. Good boy. The thing is he's a puppy. Like, that's why he's just, look at him. Look at his face. Look at his body. Like, he's a puppy. He's a big puppy, but he's a puppy. He's a good boy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but he was like this close to self-scooping. Look at that. Oh, Felix. I love you, man. I love you. Yeah. That's a good boy. It's a good boy, Felix. Yeah. Oh, yeah, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Bubba. Him closing his eyes like that, it's so adorable. Just how good that must feel. He might, the thing is, he may never have had any love, especially if the other folks didn't like him,
So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to sit with him here for a little bit longer. I'm going to cut the cameras and just let him rest a little bit. And I can't thank you guys enough for being a part of this. Share this. Become a member. I'd love to have you join this and be a part of this family. And for the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Mel is going to groom Felix. So we have good news. So she goes to see him and she got greeted with a fun surprise.
Oh, they're all pups.
Look at that. Felix is in the puppy room. He's not vicious. He's a little puppy.
Got some husky in him.
Mel does a great job comforting these dogs, and she wanted to take time with Felix because he's a little puppy and she wanted to gain his trust. But he is certainly a wiggly puppy, understandably so, and he's likely never had a bath before, and so all of this is very new to him, and he just wants to squirm and wiggle out. So much to the point that Mel is calling in for an extra set of hands.
Hi, you're okay. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. And we stayed overnight.
Mel knew puppy Felix wasn't going to be happy about this next part, so she put the earmuffs on him. And as you can hear from Felix protesting, he's not happy about it. As Felix rests his head on Mel, she lets him know it's going to be okay, and even gives him a blue bandana to match his eyes. Felix gets to go back in the room with all the other puppies, and now he's clean, and he's happy, and more likely to get adopted. But he's going to need you to share this, to come see him, so that we can help him find a loving home. And we can do this. I know we can.
I was standing at the shelter and Emily walked up to me. She had 2 dogs and she said, "I'm here for Felix." And my heart just sank because he actually had 2 meet and greets before that. And they all said he's too shut down. We can't take him. But you could just tell Emily was a dog person. And the more I talked to Emily, the more I found out just how committed she was to helping dogs. In fact, she's even looking for a way to get more involved in volunteering and fostering and rescuing and just being involved in that world. And that makes me so happy. And when she met Felix and got to spend some time with him, she felt just like we all did. She fell in love with him. It means so much to me when I get to see them off to their new home. So watch this. I got to take him out and get him with his new mom. And here's how I felt right in the moment. We did it! Little Felix, little puppy that someone labeled as vicious, is now going home as a little puppy, and he's gonna be cherished and loved, and it makes me so happy. I'm just so grateful that someone loves Felix as much as I do, and they see past all of the mislabels, and they're gonna give him a loving home. There is no way we could have gotten 167 pets out the door without all of you showing up every single day to watch these videos. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And for all of you that are just putting on the Pupdates playlist and watching these videos and being a part of all of this. Some of you even tell me you go to sleep to these videos. Thank you, because it means we have an awesome community and we are going to make change together. Share this with someone you think might be a dog lover. Make sure you're subscribed and definitely get yourself some coffee from Flip's Farm. And I'll see you in the next Sitting with Dogs Pupdate edition.